both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They're excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Gamecocks kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Could be an alley. 10. Touchdown Sooners. He got a step and just dusted the field. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Sellers through the noise. He's going to take a shot right away. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And I love it when quarterbacks attack the whole field. Nice job using the sideline. When you attack the middle of the field, those safeties very much get involved. So do the linebackers. You get a lot of one-on-one matchups towards the outside. Nice job throwing it towards the sideline and the receiver making the big play down the field.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Moves it forward just a bit. A pickup of 1 to the 35. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance.
Snags it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch them on.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Gets it out fast. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up. Play aggressive. Try to take away those RPOs, those quick.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Sellers. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. Plows through the defense. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, and a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And another big play for this offense. How about this offense coming out on fire, throwing the football all over the yard, making big plays? This is a tough unit to stop this defense. They better find some answers, or he's going to throw for more yards in this game than he ever has.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Now here's Sellers. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Uncorks one to the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Kick is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The run inside. It's Robinson. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They punted away on 4th down. A fair catch called for and made. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Sellers. They're setting up the screen. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
How about that snag, man? Some people need 2 hands to catch the football. He just needs 1. Like, big-time play, catches the ball, and then doesn't fall down. After the catch, still wants to get more yards, get upfield, and create the explosive play. That was a fun play to watch.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
They boot it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sellers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Play fake, Sellers. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. The play action fake. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass.
Fires toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And he tacks on the extra point. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Stepping back, it's Meee. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking.
Deep shot for the end zone. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there. All throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Pressure coming. This time he's got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Sellers. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's open on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Here comes the heat. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's the Huskies engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the ground. He's got it again. There's a crease. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Looking for a crease. It's Fuller. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's McAllister. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Here's Sellers to throw. Here's the pressure. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Look out on the right. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He makes the stop, and they'll have it in the red zone after converting on fourth down.
I love the play call there on fourth and short, because even if you don't get it, the opponent now has to march the entire length of the field. But because you did, you've now got a fresh set, and offensively, you've got to pay this off now. You've got to score a touchdown.
With the run on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. They had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive, their ability to run.
this Sooner offense to go back to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Works the middle of the field. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. On the ground with the counter. And they get him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's 3rd and 5. The option look. Now the toss. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Find some room. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Using his legs, it's Clark. Runs through a tackle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sellers. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The kick is on its way. Now on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab in their space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. They'll give it to Robinson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Quarterback keep. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Now on the move. Here's a look. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown Sooner. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Throwing Sellers. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. At the 35, he's loose. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. In the red area, it's Clark. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield?
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. And the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Wide open downfield, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working...
Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order from the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little. Oh, he's got some space. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. 4th down, Sellers. This time on target. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Taking it the other way. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, five. Ready, five.
Trying to move them on the counter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Running inside, it's Robinson. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Now it's time to choose your team. Each school has a unique set of athletic director expectations, which are goals that you'll need to accomplish as a coach. The school's demeanor will impact how they respond if you miss certain expectations. Patient schools will give you a longer leash, while some schools will be demanding from day one. These factors all feed into your dynasty blueprint by influencing your dynasty point budget. A bigger budget means you can hire more staff, upgrade your school's facilities, and invest more NIL on your roster. Now it's time to choose your role. Here, you can create your own coach or choose. Now you need to choose your coach's archetype. As a motivator, you'll be focused on developing and inspiring your players. Recruiters excel in finding and bringing in new talent to their programs. Tacticians maximize your team's chances of success on game day with their understanding of the X's and O's. Make sure you review your...